today we're gonna pull one of my all-terrain lifts out and take it to a site, move some stuff around. Figured might as well show you how I do it. So, got my stuff out there. There's the lift. I'm gonna load the trailer up, get the hitch set up, and that's how I do it. Definitely not saying it's the right way, or definitely not saying it's the wrong way, because it works pretty damn well. But first things first, so I'm running the Way Safe hitch. I like it. This is the reason why, right here. I think you can load a trailer and get the tongue weight perfect every time. And I just think ever since I got this and you use it, towing's 10 times better. You know what you're getting every time. But yeah, I throw about 15,000 pounds on this thing. Well, not the tongue. I usually try to keep it about 1,000 when I'm towing. 1,000 to 1,500 when towing 15,000 pounds, which is about what I do. 4,000 pound trailer, 10,000 pound machines. That's about it right there, plus all the other goodies. And I throw about 1,000 on here, so I'm still within weight of the 14,000 pound trailer. So that's it. Of course, there's other hitches, and I'd like to know what you guys think. What do you think about this hitch? Any bad experiences? Good experience? What other hitches do you like? You know, I'm not making this video to tell everybody this is the way to do it. I'm making this video so, you know, we can all learn. We wanted to know what's great for your truck. Come here and look at the comments. Hopefully we get some good comments about what they do. Our next trailer, that's a mess in here. I do have the gooseneck attachment there, and I have a gooseneck, and that will be our next equipment trailer. Pull a little bit more controlled, because well, it's just a lot better towing system. And I want to hear somebody or people comment on why they like goosenecks over pulling from the tongue, or why do you like this better than gooseneck? What do you think? But yeah, one thing you got to look at too is, since I leveled the front out, the back end sits a little bit lower, so my 8-inch drop isn't so much needed anymore, but it works. Bad thing is, at night, if I'm towing, the freaking headlights are blinding people if I go over about 1,200 pounds on the rear. So keep that in mind. Obviously there's fixes, airbags, leaf, outer leaf, all that good stuff. But let's get this thing hooked up. Running about, tires about a little over 50 psi. I'm gonna keep it there. Max on these tires are 60, so I'm close. It's warm. Alright, we're gonna pick her up, but first we'll load it on this Diamond C trailer that we have. It's got a twin 7,000 pound axle on it. I like it. Runs really smooth. Been good to us so far. Another thing that's great is this camera system. I love it. Usually I do put it, since we got gravel here, we'll keep it in 2 just to see how well these tires do. But going up that berm right there with high pressure and the tires skids out pretty good. So it's always nice to have 4-wheel drive when towing. But there's one thing I like. You can, and I'm just one-handed it, barely getting it there. Perfect. Right there. Can't go wrong. And one thing I like to do here is I definitely set that level, and I'll take it apart. If this trailer isn't sitting level, I will adjust this. To me, another big thing, not just tongue weight, but also making sure your axles are running, your rear end's running level. So you can see it's a little high right now. I think I may bring it up 1 notch up there, and that's kind of the sweet spot, I believe, when I load this trailer. So making sure your trailer's running level is huge when it's loaded, not when it's unloaded, when it's loaded. My opinion, let me know what you think, because to me it makes all the difference in the world when you got a trailer that's running flat versus guys who are ass end down on the trailer. It just seems like they're dragging it. You're not distributing the weight on the axle correctly, in my opinion. But let me know what you think. Well, last guy who used it didn't pull the drop down. Got it hooked up. All right, typically we just cross our chains, throw the brake cable on there, throw the pin in. You know, every trailer is different, but I don't know. Guess we should probably plug it in too, right? So whatever, you know, I'm not going to go on what each part is, why each part is pertinent and all that, because, well, if you don't know how to tow a trailer, then probably watch Trailer 101 or something. I don't know. So here we go. One part, after you hook it up, make sure your side kicks are ready to go. I think they're ready to go. You guys want to go, don't you? Get all muddy on the job site today? Kill my truck? You gonna kill my truck? You want to go? Huh? Let's see. I think they want to go. Let's see what happens here. Up and sit down. All right, let's get back to loading her. Good to go. We're hooked up. We're gonna get the forklift put on real quick. How do you like my roofless lean-to, huh? Really protects my trailers, doesn't it? Maybe when the metal truss are in stock, I can finish that sucker. Till then, just imagine. All right, love this trailer. Easy to load, unless your tire hits one of the supports that hold the ramp. I've done that before. But let's load this thing up. Every trailer's different, so really just, you know your, one thing you want to know, just know your trailer's capability, its limit, and what it's good for and what it's not. Like I got that blue dump trailer, and I'll put that forklift in there, but it just, it can hold it, but it's tight, and I don't know, like the metal bottom isn't great for 2,500 pounds on each tire. Push it on the bed, so let's get to it. Alright, my shop manager helped me out this morning. Set the film here. Bring it up and probably run it about 1,000 pounds up front there, so we'll see how well she sits. At this point, we're watching it. It's moving slowly forward. Boom. And there we are, right at 1,000. That's where we're gonna keep it. We got her all centered. Lightened it up a little bit. I'm about 850 pounds. But the rule, they say, is 10% of your load should be on your tongue. I went a little lighter. Dual axle trailer helps. Especially when you get the bigger equipment. Sometimes you gotta fudge that rule a little bit, in my opinion. What do you think? Do you run 10% on the tongue, 15% on the tongue, 7, 8%? What do you guys typically do? All right, we're gonna get this thing strapped down with some chains and ratchet. All right. That's a grade 5 chain. It's a thicker chain. I like it. We have some grade 8 that we typically use, but this is rated like for 6,000, 7,000 pounds. So working load, 2 of these do just fine, but just make sure you have the right chains for the job. I like them because they're new. So we're gonna get these things tied down. Always with any 4-wheel piece of equipment, I always use chains versus straps, and obviously straps. Construction equipment is 100% chains. So we like to do the over, under, over, whatever you want to call that. So boom, there we go. Tighten her down. You can see how the truck sits. Not too bad. Obviously, if I had it not leveled, it would probably be about level at this point. But leveling the front kind of kills your trailer level when you're towing. your towing level. But yeah, we're pretty flat across there. I'm happy with where the trailer sits. I think all in all, we're in a good spot. So tied down and get on with it. All right, get strapped down. Usually just keep the slack. Always run it on one side here. And we just pull it between the slack, get as tight as you can. Leave the slack hanging right there on the chain, and to the frame. And we're good to go. So I don't know. Am I doing it wrong? Never lost a load, so I think I'm all right. But what do you think? How do you tie down construction equipment or toys and all that good stuff? All right, getting ready to go. Get our drive mode set up. I like to do the tow, and then I have to test my gain. I know where I want to be. I want to be about 6.5 is where I'm at. You can see that. Come on, there we go. Boom. I'll keep it at 7 right now. You run that gain too high, you'll burn your brakes out on your trailer. You run it too low, you won't stop. So, know what you're doing there. And then I like to throw on my Jake brake, exhaust brake. I just run it on fully on when I'm towing this weight. So, these 3 little things here definitely help when you're towing. Oh, also make sure you got some good metal on the radio. Get you to your destination. A full cup of coffee. I'm confident my truck rides smooth. I'll run with the mug open just like this. Thanks, Carly, for that one. All right, this is DWR Actual requesting to exit friendly lines.
Sierra Alpha.
Permission granted. All right, we're off. All right, one thing, we're only going about 20 miles this morning, so checking the load. I usually like to check after about 30 miles if I'm towing far, just to make sure. But for right now, we don't need to play that game. We're just gonna head on out. Oh, there we go. Looking good. Also, tow mirrors, baby. Gotta run tow mirrors. I don't know. They help when I have a enclosed trailer. This guy, not so much, but it helps. So if you got the tow mirrors, pull them out or press the button like this fancy beast. And pop right out until it breaks. All right, coming up to a stoplight, I always like to, look in the rearview mirror, make sure I'm not swaying, and braking. Everything seems, you almost want it to feel like it brakes without a load if you're using that your trailer brake correctly. So just keep that in mind. You definitely want to reassure yourself that everything's working properly the first couple stops and accelerations. Make sure once you get up to speed, the trailer's not swaying, throwing you around all over the place. So we're cruising smooth. Ain't no thing for this diesel beast. So I feel it, but it pulls well. All right, one thing I wanted to talk about, since I do have a little over 14,000 pounds in the back of the truck here, is the Torsion sway bar by Carly. I know some people said they've gone back to stock because it sways. I don't have that issue. It is a little looser, and if you go left and right there, it sways a little bit, but it's not. I'm firmly planted right now with everything loaded down. Feel comfortable. We're going 60 miles an hour, so I think it's good. Now, if you had maybe a camper or something that the wind was pushing it left and right, forward, back, whatever, as you're going down the road, it might affect it a little different, but there's no wind today and towing equipment, so just don't have major sway issues with this. torsion sway bar. So that's my 2 cents. But I do believe if you're going much heavier and consistent, I don't think I would get the torsion sway bar. But for me, towing a couple times a month, not a big deal. And I think that the pros outweigh the cons all day long for my line of work and what I do. But, you know, keep that in mind. Heavy trailers, big trailers, catch wind. You may want to stick to your stock sway bar. Another quick tip that I learned a while back from somebody else said, always put your straps, your ratchets on the right side or passenger side. That way, if you have any issues, you got to pull off the highway, you can get over here on the safer side, and adjust. Where if they were on the left side, you'd have to be dodging drivers looking at their phone, all that good stuff. So keep that in mind. I know that's I don't know everything about towing, but I know it's a damn good thing to follow right there. Keep you safe, especially if you're going long distances. Just to the gas station here. These are already a little loose, so guess I'll take back I'm almost at the job site, so but definitely check your load after about 20-30 miles. 90% of the time it needs to be tightened, so it's worth it. No matter how good you think you are, double check it when you're towing 15,000 pounds, 14,000 pounds. It's worth it. Best buds, guys hanging. He goes, we're not best buds. Look away. Yeah. 28 gallons of diesel, $155 later. God, we have a great president, don't we? All right, back to work so we can help fossil fuels disappear from this country. When an easy day turns out to be hot, humid, and not so easy. Freaking thought the grass would be alright. Well, it's not. It rained pretty good last night, and this thing just sunk into a hole. It's not going anywhere. So, I'd use the skid steer, but it's going to be my secondary support because it's just too muddy. It's going to slip all over the place. Maybe an anchor. And I'll try to record some of it, but I'm more interested in getting this sucker out so I can get back to work. Alright, we're doing the solo. I don't know, man. It's 10,000 pounds of hell down there. Let's see what happens. No? Well, it pulls my truck. I knew that would happen. Gonna have to anchor the truck down. Back to it. Alright. There it goes. It's going. You can hear it struggling there. Look at that. We're gonna get it. What do you think, G? Oh man. I can't say I haven't used my winch once or twice now. Alright, we got her out. She's 2 for 2. Pulled the tractor, semi-truck out. And now a 10,000-pound forklift, we got it out and then got it in this grass and just ripped it. Drove it right out. So whether I did it the right, wrong, indifferent way, nobody got hurt. We're safe. I got to use my winch. Alright. Back to work. Alright. We're done for the day here. Get that freaking hunking pile of metal back on here. We're just gonna hook this guy back up and back to the races. Let me tell you, it's always an adventure, no matter how easy you think it is.